Yes, don't worry, buddy. Seriously, though. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one, the only, the Azothan, and we are back with another episode of Lordaeron, the Foremath. And before we go anywhere, go ahead and look at the greatest civilization that will not be employed in this game. That's right, the Highborn have left immediately. I have no idea why Chegg is whispering Nukester. It looks like there is some shenaniganries heading off immediately, starting off. And hey, first time in one of the games that we've actually seen an undead player who's going to have to defend a base other than Scholomance. I'm actually forgetting this one. It's like Death Knell or something, if I'm not wrong. Yes, there it is, the Death Knell. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the players in this game. First off, we'll start with Spike Spiegel in the Brown Trunks. He's controlling the forces of the Dragonmaw clan, of course one of the tankier races on the evil team. Next up we have Nukester, a similar tank but for the humans. He's going to claim that Scholomance point right off the bat, and Nukester, he is in charge of Arthas, Lord of Margarethos, and Prince Galen Trollbane. Silas, now I remember this name, a very long-term player, actually pretty good, so I'm interested to see how he does. Never mind, immediately somehow not controlling. What is going on? Alright, never mind, Silas is going to be controlling the forces of Light Blue. He is of course the Silverhand Paladins in charge of the Draenei and Outland and Uther the Lightbringer here in Northern Lordaeron. We'll just edit out that last part. In fact, you won't even know what I'm talking about because we edited it out. He'll be joining the forces of the High Elven Rangers as they try to go around creeping most of Northern Lordaeron before they attack their mutual enemy, the Cult of the Damned. So let's keep heading up, or heading down, I guess. Speaking of the Cult of the Damned, Swedge in control in the Grey Trunks of the Cult of the Damned. They'll be defending Death Knell against the forces of the Alliance early on. His job will be to build up a reasonable defense and try to hold on as long as he can. Whether or not he'll go for casters, melee units, or heavy tower defenses remains to be seen, but I like the idea of producing more and more destroyers as the Alliance team does rely heavily on casters and spell buffs, which these can go ahead and consume. Next up on our list we have Pro Builder on the good team, the aforementioned Ranger Corps. He's going to be in the goldish, light greenish kind of trunks. In the actual green trunks we have Nero, the Shadow Council. Whoa! And immediately rushing for our light blue player. Silas is going to be under assault, and it looks like smart enough to actually attack the light shards early on. Didn't realize Shadow Seers can heal the light shards. That's very useful as these magic damage dealing towers do insane amounts. Of course, not if you just let the air units murder them. Alright, and it looks like the Dark Horde forces the Dark Horde under the control of Chegg, who's been doing some kind of weird under-the-table deal with the Alliance right now, trying to get Blood Elves turned into the, I don't know, Illidari? And yeah, actually, let's go ahead and watch this fight, because holy Jesus, Yellow, how are you losing Falstad so quickly? Alright, Yellow's lost Falstad, and he is managing to creep the rest of the world, or at least the rest of Ironforge. Smart move, backing it up. That would be the forces of, actually, I think those are Chegg's flying units. They're casting that cloud that prevent ranged units from attacking while under it. This gives the Dark Horde a cloud which to sneak under, sort of a shroud, if you will. Silas is using Maru's spells, actually not all that effectively, but he is, I'll tell you what, he's using these effectively, which is the Mana Forge charged crystals, summoning the elementals from there and also activating their invulnerability gloves. However, Elec warriors out here on the front line getting aimed down extremely quickly. There we go, Maru has about half mana left and we can see what he tried to drop. Yeah, fair enough, Silas. I would call it a game too. Activating the spell on Vindicator Maraud to get his units out of dodge. The rest of these Draenei units will be teleported to safety and rejoin the game at a different time. Let's keep working our way down. We have Sabby Q in the purple trunks controlling the forces of Dalaran. Lots of summons, lots of spells. That's all you need to know. Do the support, teleport around, help your allies. Ilias style, controlling the forces of the Burning Legion with Tichondrius and Mal'Ganis already causing trouble right outside Dalaran. He may believe that this is somewhat like Azeroth, where his job is to sneak into Dalaran, but that's not how that works in this one. There are a lot of magic sentries around Dalaran that he's not going to be able to sneak past. It'd be like trying to sneak into the Pentagon when you're 5. Don't do it. Bring an army. And we have an early game fight here. What the fuck? What the... Alright, look, I know that sometimes I tell people to attack quickly, right? I'm always on blues going, why isn't the blue there why isn't he doing his work? God, he's so lazy, spending all this time killing creeps. But not this early, my friend. We are less than 7 minutes of the game, and blue has already landed with a Nubrak to put pressure on the North Alliance, which is a horrible idea. You can see gray sallying forth from death, now trying to offer some kind of support as a Nubrak runs away from the army of the Alliance. Alright, this is off to an interesting beginning, and I'm hoping it gets even better. Still going further down the list, like I said, we have Sebi at war controlling yellow, the dwarves, he's remade Falstad, Wildhammer, he's heading up north to try to help his allies, but the question is he leaving the Dark Dragonmaw clan completely unattended to? No, actually the Dragonmaw clan is heading up north at the moment. This is so freaking weird. Alright, Ilya style is creeping control points, stealing them, doing what he can. Shag's got Juby Thos coming out of the Alterac Mountains. This is so freaking weird. I am confused as all get out, but I want to see what these weird players do with their weird builds. Ilya style, as I mentioned, Burning Legion. Hobo in control of the Lich King's forces. This is so weird. I've never seen a strategy like this where a Lich King will join his Shadow or his Cult of the Damned player this early in his defensive attempts. Now, in blue, this is a viable strategy if you continue to creep in Northrend somewhat, but he's leaving all of his Jol Narub completely uncreeped. No attempts at any of that. What? And now Nubrak may get focused down and murdered before he can even get back into death now. No, okay, he'll be fine. And now the dwarves are going to have to worry about the forces of Outland now arriving here at Dunal Gas Station. Dwarves have headed up north and it looked like they're going to be clashing with the Dragonmaw clan, taking out one of their ogre bases. That would imply that Spike Spiegel invested in the ogre bases. Oh, still clearing out old troll lands. Taking out Jinthel Lore, which I'm sure I'm saying wrong. This is kind of cool looking, I gotta be honest. Uther the Lightbringer leading a small brigade up north while the rest of the Alliance is going to crash into death knell from the south. And let's go ahead and check on Swedge's gold, see how efficiently he's spending it. Not super efficiently. How are his hero mages? Damn mages are at 1 upgrade so far, which isn't what he wants. He wants to get up to maximum upgrades for his damned mages because then they can throw down the Plague Cauldrons. This is a good defense of this gate by blue. Hobo may have found exactly where he can be the most useful. He seems to be spending more of his money than Swedge is even. Hobo's down to 8 gold, 560 lumber. His ally Swedge, 606 gold and 1,000 lumber. It's a little more questionable than I would have hoped for, but that's okay. The dwarves panic run back down south to save Farstrider Lodge from the forces of Outland. But he's not going to hold on his own if he doesn't get to Dunalgad Station and use that stationary cannon to his advantage. Sure, your Griffin Riders are good right now, but what happens when they get locked down by the Demonesses and the Nether Dragons? It's not going to last very long. Never mind, Dragonhawk Riders, and I believe they're summoned ones from Farstrider Lodge. I don't know if I can confirm that. No, they may be actual Dragonhawk Riders. Haldurin Brightwing, Sylvanas Windrunner, and Varisa Windrunner all up north right now, sitting at the Fountain of Health just south of Alterac. This is an older version, isn't it? Or Teal activated the base. I know that Ilya Style has an event where he can come up here and create a base for the Dark Horde, which may be exactly what he was doing up here in the north so quickly, was establishing this. Spike Spiegel constructed... What? Okay, Spike Spiegel has constructed at least a small functioning base here in the ruins of Skullomance. And they will be assaulting Anderhall. My god, the dwarves been forced down south, and look at this. Anderhall's already having to be defended by Dalaran and the Ranger Corps. Hopefully the Ranger Corps runs up north. I hear fighting. Can we actually find out where Pro Builder is? Oh, he's attacking the main base. Alright, and purple has been driven back. Looks like Dalaran's no match for the Dragon Maw this early on. Holy, says Silas, does that mean that we have a problem down south? Or up north? No, I think he's saying holy about the fact that suddenly all of northern Lordaeron is under heavy assault, and it doesn't look like the dwarves are going to be able to hold their southern. Yeah, Silas is asking, how did they get the hell up here? And the dwarves are going, they're fast, man. I don't know. Siege engines and mortar teams being stocked up on by our dwarven player, already taking over Nomergon and creating the Skybreaker. This air superiority unit's going to have its work cut out for it. I very rarely see a Dark Horde player that uses Demonesses, but between their ability to do decent magic damage and shut down range, I mean, one Demoness could shut down that cannon completely, just dropping a cloud on it, and negate the Dwarves' entire advantage. Almost never do you see them do that. Alright, Swedge has launched the Plague, meaning that Noth the Plaguebringer has spawned here in the ruins of Scholomance, along with the help from the Dragonmaw. Are the Dragonmaw heading north, or are they trying to go down south? Ah, okay. They're stopping the fight here at Alterac. Between the Ranger Corps and Dalaran, I'd say they can take him. Sure, it's mostly ruins here now, but this raiding party up north is very good. Spike Spiegel. Never see someone do this, but he's taken so much pressure off of himself by going aggressive. I like the strategy. The gates of Lordaeron close on a Nubarek here. He ran in very cocky and confident. Now he knows he's gonna die surrounded by human warriors. Sure, he's a big ugly bug roach thingy, but you know what? I bet... Oh, he dives, but the Hawks can still see him. Good night, Anubarak. Your strategy is pretty amazing. Pro Builder says, why? Perp, why? I'm assuming he's asking, why did you run away? I still have things I need help with. Can I not defend Lordy alone, please, says Nukester. Nukester, I agree with you. There is a problem going on right now. And it looks like purple is not helping as much as I would have expected. Alright, Siege Golems coming out of our purple player. They're good, don't get me wrong, it's just not the most efficient thing he could be doing. And it looks like the Legion is just bypassing Dunalgaz Station almost completely. Nero will take out the Dwarven Keep Towers, and I think they're going to push straight to Ironforge, try to break down the gates and leave the army sitting stranded in Dunalgaz. Sebi's going... He's just laughing. And they're down a player, by the way, I should mention. The poor High Elves immediately got kicked out of the game. Or rather, I should say, dropped. Alright, Dalaran has teleported into Lordaeron Capital. And weirdly enough, Jaina activates her invulnerability aura exactly where it's the least useful. She should have activated it right on the symbol here, but no! Hiding in a corner to hide from, I guess, 2 blue units. That, okay, viable strategy, sure, we'll call it that. Siege Golems are now out for our purple player, and the fight is coming to many different players on many different fronts. With the launching of the Plague, I should mention that Mal'Ganis has also launched his own little crazy Plague. Only 14 minutes in the game. How is this all happening right now? And when Mal'Ganis does launch this ancillary Plague, units, zombies more appropriately, will start spawning inside of Stratholme. Every building that falls in Stratholme, every unit that dies, etc., produces more zombies. Hopefully, we see an end to this here pretty soon. But they can do a lot of damage before they can actually finish this off. Now, what Teal's going to have a problem with here is any of the relatively weak units that walk, as you can see, all of the summoned minions, all of the zombies. The only thing that can walk past the holy ground of Tyr's hand are the larger undead. So anything summoned is pretty much automatically dead. This does, however, put Silas on the back foot and prevent him from helping at Capital. If nothing else, that is a brilliant move. Oh my god, Arthas Menethil is out wandering around in Quel'Thalas for some reason, chased, heavily chased, by some of the undead units. This is... Alright, a lot of these players know exactly what they're doing, and they're really testing my ability to keep up with them. Prince Galen Trollbane and Lord Oath Margarethos are holding Capital City while that prince, that paunce of a prince, plays around. And Sebi at War is about to lose the gates of Ironforge, and he is managed. I'll give him this. Fucker's doing a nice flank right now. He does have them between a rock and a hard place. The rock being his army, the hard place being Ironforge. If he can get enough units to defend Ironforge, maybe we have a chance here. I would have loved to have seen some builders, but instead we're just going to see a last-minute ditch effort. Oh, sorry for that. Took a picture. Can we just pause here, because this is fucking ridiculous, and I haven't had a minute to look at anyone's upgrades at all. 1-2 upgrades for our Dwarven player into attack defense, at least for his range. His melee units don't have as much attack or defense, but that's fine because he's most... Oh, frickin' all the things. Chegg at 1-4 upgrades already. Being the tank that he was born to be and allowing Nero in the back go ahead and support him. Terran Gorfien's healing aura not doing as much good as it could if he were to move him up forward to the front melee lines. I think Yellow's not going to win this. No. As you can see, plague clouds dropped by the flying demonesses trying to stop the range damage. However, not as effective as I think he was hoping it would be. And there goes Vorpal activating his invulnerability globe. The dwarves are doing a decent job, but he's gonna have to back up. Or fuck, the city is dead. And he's trying to get everyone the hell out of Dodge. They load up into the Skybreaker, his elite units, and his hero, Thargus Anvilmar. They're all loading in. I thought they were going to go for Ironforge, but I think he realizes that is a lost cause at this point. Capital City, it may hold, and I'm sure that Tyr's hand is going to hold. That's right, Silverhand Paladins are starting to break out. However, they run into the Cult of the Damned forces in the form of flesh golems. Let's check Stratholme, heavily under assault now by the undead. The plague is getting worse inside as more and more zombies spawn, and now we have partial forces of the Cult of the Damned banging on the outside of the door as well. I know Silverhand knows they have to rally out if they're going to have any hope, but this is looking terrible for the Alliance. And on top of that, if it wasn't enough that Teal had done so much work, he's now also non-stop. He's going to push on Borealis as well. Well done to him, teleporting Tichondrius and a number of his other units out there. He can spawn Gennard workers, and I'm guessing we're going to see a base on the way. There it is, Legion Gateway, and a couple of Legion Lesser portals. He's claiming this island as his own. Well frickin' done, and there's no way the Alliance can actually answer this problem when they've got 16 others going on at the same time. Please don't tell. The Dragon Maw have smashed their way through Quel'Thalas, didn't even bother with the front gate, I want to point out. We even have units waiting at the front gate. No, they said screw that. They all do have a lot of gold, don't they? Do they, though? I mean, Pro Builder's got a lot. Silas has 9. Nukester has 444. Okay, it's not that bad, Sebi. The most someone has is 700, and that is, while a lot for people who know what they're doing, I admit. It's not horrible. It is the equivalent of having like 3,000 in a regular game, though. The number of units you can produce with that is bananas. Alright, I don't see Borealis coming back from this Legion assault, so let's just go ahead and call that done and dead, and just try to pay attention to what's happening in Quel'Thalas right now. I don't know where Pro's at. Oh, Swedge has brought kel'thuzad to the frozen north to raise Noxoramus, and that is fine. Sylvanas Windrunner, please don't die. This is the last thing the Alliance needs right now. The Ranger Corps is going to attempt to hold Capital City, but Death Knell will not be under assault for a while. And it's going to be just fine. This is one of the most handy whoopings I've ever seen the Alliance take this early on. And I'll tell you what, none of them have left. Despite being a man down, the Alliance, in the face of all of this, are still being troopers. So shout out to every single one of them. Spike Spiegel constructing a forward base now here in Quel'Thalas, 8 control points, and Roland, let's go ahead and check his money. He's got the bank to bring it, and the lumber to keep it going as well. Holy crap. Do I have /ping on or something? I've got this ping MS thing up at the top, and it's just bugging me ever so slightly. I know there's a way to get rid of it. I can't type in this one, so I guess I'm screwed. Ranger Corps and Lordaeron starting to wipe out some of the ancillary undead stuff surrounding Capital City. Nukester, where the hell are you? I know you must be working. Oh, okay. This is 2 things. It's inspiring. It's also extremely concerning. Why the hell are your forces? What are you doing there, Nukester? What the hell are your forces doing in Ejol-Narub? This is disgusting. It's filled with bugs and your allies need help. What are you doing? Alright, Stratholme fell to the undead, and so will Crusaders Square Cathedral in just a minute. Tyr's Hand, the last bastion for the Silverhand Paladins. Man, he took a whooping early on. Poor guy. What I'm worried about is the fact that we now have Arthas in Northrend with Lord Orthmar, all of them. Pro Builder, please give them some money, man. Or make units, do something, push, do something, man. Pro Builder, live up to your fucking name. Make some elven workers off your hero. Repair the gate. Do something. Because, oh god, a renewed force of undead units are now pushing back your ally into the city as well. And I don't foresee Light Blue surviving this next attack. Oh, that's a big army. Oh, man.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
I know our sacred grove is being desecrated. Let's see what's happening at Quel'Thalas. It's horrible. Yellow, I am in the tunnel, says Nukester. I'm assuming he's... Well, okay. No way is he gonna pull this off. If Nukester pulls this shit off, I'll be shocked. But I think I know what he's going for. He's gonna go for the Frozen Throne. His elite units can't be damaged by most range, so he just throws those in. Lets the Ice Crown Obelisk whack on that. If Yellow's here at the same time, he can probably... Should we try Frozen Throne? Exactly what I'm thinking, Silas. No, Nukester says no. Okay, well then color me confused. Let's see what their plan is, guys. Iron Forge is completely wiped down. That means the Dark Horde and Shadow Council are going to be heading up north here pretty soon. I want to point out the Dark Horde isn't good at sharing. Look at his control points compared to Shadow Council. It's 12 and 3. You really need to maybe go back to kindergarten, buddy. We taught sharing there. Turtle and hope for civil war, says Sabby. It's not the worst idea, but it's not the best either. Speaking of Sabby, let's see where he managed to get his guys out. Bronn Bronzebeard and Muradin are both here in Northrend right now. I'm assuming they'll try to take the Thunder guy here, get his legacy, get the ability to cast the Earthen, but Nukester's now being weird again. Oh, he's creeping all of Northrend is what he's doing. Essentially saying, alright Blue, you want to come to my lands, I'm going to go back to yours, steal all the money that you had saved up in your pity bank, and then I'm going to use that to hire assassins to kill you. I like that idea. I might take some notes on that. I've got some ideas. This little mini assault on Northrend right now could have been launched right alongside the Argent Crusade with Light Blue gaining a base. It would have been fun to see the Alliance all try to attack at the same time, but kel'thuzad is here with enough units to shut down the offensive. I really don't know where our Alliance team goes from here. What would I advise? Like they said, bunker. That would be mine, but I'm kind of a cowardly player in the first place. I don't generally go for the overly crazy strategies. Oh man, so weird to see Donalgaz Station fall well and truly. The fuck is happening now? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've lost another player, and I believe it was our Shadow Council. Nero's not in the game anymore. For some reason, he decided to leave, turning this into a somewhat more fair game. The indication that I knew that happened was that Terran Gorfine has switched control to OJ. OJ will receive control of Terran Gorfine. I don't know where Vorpal went. I think that might be a brown thing. Or a teal. 5 heroes for OJ. I hate being OJ. It's so overwhelming. I believe the fact that the Horde just kicked the crap out of an undead building is an indication that they are no longer allied. Alright, Undead and Legion team have now given up being allied. This is good.
Our allied town is being attacked.
The bad thing is the High Elves who are supposed to be guarding the Sunwell, which essentially opens up the gate for anyone to destroy the world, they're not here. And that's a problem. Holy crap. And I am glad to see the Alliance finally grouping up.
Our allied town is being attacked.
Come on, guys, dispels. Oh, those are not summons. Those are built. What? Hobo? Oh, Hobo, you're a weird one, buddy. I gotta give you credit. You're sitting on a lot of money and might kill Sylvanas, which will infuriate me if Pro Builder doesn't move him back. Speaking of Pro Builder, he is sharing money now, thank God.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Swedge, when are you gonna kill Tyr's Hand? Because you're sitting out here like a big giant ball of doom hanging over his head, and I know that he has anxiety. It's got to be stressing him out. And you must also be realizing that you're going to lose Death Knell, your main base here in Northern Lordaeron. Let's see if they can chip away at this the strength. Oh god. Look at that aim. No, that's Varisa, not Sylvanas. They need to kill Sylvanas in order to turn her to the undead team. Fucking help. Yeah, I was about to say, Silas is definitely locked down in his base with the biggest army on the field, right in front of him. Patchwork is who Swedge decided to get. He's not going for the flying gargoyle hero. No, instead he's gotten the biggest, tankiest, quote-unquote regular hero you can get. And all the while, Dragon Maw's slowly working its way to that Sunwell. They're going to claim it, and as soon as they do, I'm betting you Ela style teleports up there and starts taking that absorbed Sunwell. Summons the Legion. I'm just saying, I don't see any way for the Alliance to actually get to this. This is the ticking time bomb of the game, is the Sunwell. And sweet baby Jesus, sweet mama jamma. I do declare this is going to be a bad one for Silas. Silas's upgrades are 1-1, Swedge's are 2-2. He has the advantage. The only advantage that Silas has is fighting in his own frickin' base. which, now that he has the attention of the undead army, I think he should do it. Back it up. Get the hell out. Oh, not the Plaguebringer casting his AoE healing spell and dropping some stun zombies on the back portions of the army, specifically the healing priests that are chain healing all these knights. Yeah, there we go. Silas is distracting him. But for how long, I don't know, because this army seems to have suffered no permanent damage from their attempt. And most of his towers are dead. Gonna lose his second fortified guard tower here. Interesting decision. He has more upgrades into his masonry than he does into his unit's armor. What kind of construction-ass bullshit mindset is that? Guys, just build a wall. Build a wall to keep the illegal undead immigrants out, right? And that is the light of hope you see teleporting in right there, guys. That would be Lordaeron. And Lordaeron has exactly what he needs: dispels, summons, and these siege golems. Why is the world shaking? Why is the goddamn world shaking already? Hobo, no. Ela, no. Who did the world shaking? Come on. There's only a few of you that are actually allowed to. Sebi, it's not you. Even though he's flying most of his heroes and stuff down south to, I assume, try to occupy Airy Peak. Oh, right, he's decided I'm not helping Lordaeron Capital anymore. The Alliance has a small, I should repeat, very small base of operations here. It is this narrow strip of land. Everything south is controlled by evil. Everything north is controlled by evil. Northrend is controlled by evil. The islands are controlled by evil. And I admit, evil has been split into two teams, fair enough. But it's not enough. Guild Adventurers, the new elites, packing 2 pistols and the ability to drop down healing camps. Alright, Sebi at war and Silence, not Sebi, but Silas and Sabiku pushing. Oh, this is really bad for our undead players. Swedge is taking a beating right now. He's already lost not the Plaguebringer. kel'thuzad's not looking happy. Oh, actually, he's in Northern, who cares? But Patchwork could easily get hunted down right now if he doesn't run away. And there it is. You can see Purple wants that kip. No. No, Swedge. Patchwork is a one-and-done kind of hero. Get him the hell out of there. He's taking all the hits. But you can't leave him there. Run. Why, Daddy? Okay, sure. Now's the time to run when you have no health and no legs to do so on. Brilliant. And he blows up into a bunch of maggot worms. Well done. And that hero is gone. Well, that's one less problem they have to worry about. But you know what they do have to worry about? The goddamn Dragonmaw clan's about to break down Quel'Thalas, and there's nothing anyone can do to get there in time. Weird flex going on by Nukester right now. I didn't realize it was taking so long for the undead to try to shatter Venture Bay, but that's because Nukester's defending it. 2-2 upgrades for Nuke. 2-1 for our blue player since he has none of his Northrend creep camps. However, it still looks like this is gonna go to blue. Nukester, get in a boat and get the hell out. Nukester, do you have a boat? Do you have a scroll of teleport? He has 1 scroll of teleport on Oathmark Garethos, but a stun from a Nubrak could put that plan. Oh! You are seconds from death. Oh. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and stop this replay here and go ahead and say, holy crap, Nukester teleporting directly to the Sunwell. Looks like he's going to try to stand between the Dragonmaw and their prize. I don't know how it's gonna go for him, but guys, go ahead and let's watch how this goes. The dwarves have now sworn allegiance to the Wildhammer clan in general. They have the Earthen, some of the tankiest producible units in the game. Let's be honest, they're mountain giants that they decided to throw some dwarf iconography on, but that's okay. The rest of the Dark Horde is heading up north right now, and I bet their next target will be Airy Peak. With the undead defeated in the Eastern Plaguelands, I'm suspecting the Silverhand will move into Stratholme to try to take it out. Death Null has already been wiped out, and for now we have this small, tiny little strip of land that the Alliance is operating out of, right here in the middle of everything. Thank you for joining me. This has been the one, the only, the Azothan, shoutcasting Lordaeron the Foremath. Please check out the download link in the description, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye!